Hi Pisces, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yes, okay. How are you, my friends? I hope everyone is safe and well. First of all, let me thank you for all your likes, shares, your subscriptions, and your comments. Thank you for checking out Vimeo. Thank you for being my patrons. I really, really appreciate it, and I love the community we have going on over on Patreon, especially with the new additions, which is the conversations in all honesty and the food for thought. So if you would like to go check that out, plus your extendeds, you're most welcome to over on Patreon. Okay. All right. If you would like to win the 20-minute free private reading with Spirit and myself, just comment in the comment section that you would like to win it, and maybe something else encouraging for the collective. That's optional though. Yeah, the winner for October's free reading was Violet Poet. You can also find everything you need to know in the description box below. Okay, let's hop into your reading. And by the way, Spirit does the picking, so please don't send any private emails. It's no use. You're wasting your time. I'm not doing the picking. Okay, just comment if you wish to win it. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. So you have your first card out already. It's a general reading for you, Pisces. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. Also, it's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. Whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time. Meaning, don't go so much by sign, not on this channel. Rather go with what resonates. Whoa, 2 kings already. Wow. With what resonates with you, right? When you feel drawn to a title or to a reading for whatever reason, just trust your gut, and it probably has a message in it for you. Okay? Good. Also, this is a channel for personal and spiritual growth, so the messages here can be triggering. They don't have to be. That's it. That's it. Okay, cool. I thought there was another one coming, but there isn't. Not for the tarot. And one more thing I would like to mention is, of course, I already pre-shuffled all of your cards, Pisces, and 2 guardian angel cards are out already. And the funny thing is, and I'm going to start by reading this one, you have Believe. And it came out as it flipped out. It flipped on my hand like that. It did like a full turn, and then it fell down. I was like, whoa, that's a new. And I was like, yeah, believe, because this is not really possible, right? And so it's just like, believe that it is possible, though, because it happens, quite apparently so. And again, so I'm going to read that to you. Believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas, right? There is nothing to fear. You are constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Exactly. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you are flexible and retain an open heart and mind. Believe. All is possible, Pisces. Okay? Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Yes. Yes. Very good. So, your first card out is the King of Pentacles. And I immediately, as that came out, I thought father figure. Father figure. Again, this does not have to be gender specific. Often enough, we pull cards like this for females just alike, which show up in their male capacity as the King of Pentacles, for example, who is someone who's really striving for stability and is not just striving for it, but already has accumulated it, and knows that money is to be used as a tool and not you to be used by money. So they have their affairs in order when it comes to what they think about money, their relationship to money, because money is awesome. Money is energy, right? It's just when it's being misused, and those are our conceptions and or perceptions, sorry, of money often that hold us back from achieving just that kind of a stance here. So we could be talking about you here, but I'm also getting father figures strongly. So either you are a father or a mother with those kind of abilities, right? And those kind of that internal stance here. But since this one is looking outside the reading, I would think that this has to do with your father or with a strong masculine influence in your life. Of course, the King of Pentacles doesn't have so much room for the emotional world just by himself, right? Or for, let me just call it shenanigans, because that's what comes to mind, like wildness and free and spontaneous. Spontaneity, I think that's the word, spontaneity, and those kind of things, because they're very structured. They're very, can be sometimes very rigid in their beliefs. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but that's kind of like how it shows up. And like I said, we have a second king here, very emotional, but very much befriended his emotions. Everything goes, right? Everything is allowed. That's the words of this king. And this one stands with his people rather than above him, right? They're both benevolent figures. Absolutely. They're both really well meaning here. And I'm getting super positive vibes from those cards. And I would rather interpret you as this king right now. As this king right now. This is not your second card, by the way, and I'll post the pictures over on Instagram at universalpowertarot if you're interested in seeing the layout of the cards, because that often plays a huge role. So go ahead and check that out and see if you get intuitive nudges as well. Plus, I post them like a day prior to the reading, so you know when they come out, and you can also already, like, how would you interpret the reading, right? And then come to this reading and be like, right, okay, do you know what I mean? So that's really quite helpful. I find that very helpful, and that's the feedback I've gotten. So so go ahead if you like, right? So King of Pentacles, this I see more as really you, right? So maybe there's something in between, and the funny thing is that there's a card in between that I have not looked at yet. So the way they come out, now I see it. Wow. Is this, right? No, wait, sorry. It's that mirror image. It's like that. You see it mirrored. So that's the first card, second card, third card. So there's something in between. So they're facing away from one another. So I would think that there's something happening within your family or within your internal world. Like, take it as it resonates for you, right? But that's what it feels like, kind of like going separate ways just because of that fact, because of maybe a perceived rigidity on your part of another person. Could also be a boss, just alike, that is reminiscent, or that is reminding you of a strong authoritative figure, or a strong male influence in your life, or female that shows those attributes. But it gets too confusing, so I'm staying with male. Yeah, and they may be feeling the same way about you too, though, right? It's because nothing is, according to universal laws, and the way this is that there is no right and wrong. It's just different perspectives, right? But, and this is the card that was hidden. We have the Queen of Swords now. So there's another player involved here. And I'm immediately getting mother figure. So this is mother and father. And they're both turned away from you, and you are turned away from them, and they are facing outside of your reading. So they're past. They are past. So either they've already like passed on, or they're very much still alive, and but you're moving away from that. You're moving towards another direction. And the interesting thing about this is you seem content. It's fine, because somehow you seem to have your emotions in order here. You seem to have gone through them and befriended them. Like I said, it's not like you're pushing anything away. The Queen of Swords is rather one that has been hurt before, but that has used those hurts to turn them around, right? To use them for her benefit. However, she's still one that is kind of cutthroat, right? Really straightforward with her words. Could have a really sharp tongue as well. She's usually in control of situations and of arguments, can be, and that's what I'm getting here too. I'm getting like, she'll be cutthroat here. Really, she'll let you know, like, first of all, when you overstep, or when she feels like you're threatening in any kind of a form or capacity. It's not the Queen of Cups, which is, I would really see them as opposites, like the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. When it's really like being in your emotions and be comfortable with it, the Queen of Swords is not really, she doesn't want to be in her emotions necessarily, because there could still be some leftover residue of that hurt, right? Hence she's showing up like that. So this is mother, father, kind of a constellation here. We'll see where Spirit wants to go with this. It's interesting because I can't quite see. I hope it makes sense to you, but I can't quite see where we're going yet. So your next card is the Two of Pentacles here, and that is denoting to balance, figuring out how much time and energy and effort you would like to invest in the way you accumulate money, how it is that you do that, how it is that you go about playing and setting aside time for that. It's about work-life balance. Or just like in general, you know how our nervous system just needs rest as well and downtime as well, and so does our body, like in general. So there is something about the sympathicus and the parasympathicus, that is when you really rest and take that time, or when you and really do so mindfully. And I can feel it in my stomach now as I'm speaking, like here, solar plexus area, but it's really the stomach, where it's just like your stomach, oh, oof. You may have stomach problems. Wow, and that goes all the way back to your spine, because I just felt that cracking in my spine. For some of you, it also kind of feels like, you know, when you're really, really pregnant, like super pregnant, towards the end, that's what it kind of feels like. And when your back is starting to hurt. So some of you may indeed be like in that final stage of pregnancy. Otherwise, it's just, that is very energetic, and it's like it's consuming that part of your body. And as soon as you're going into that rest, yeah, I can totally feel it. Oh my God, you know how? Oh my God, I remember, like my body remembers what this feels like when this part is stretching and everything, when the skin is starting to stretch. Congratulations, by the way, that's wonderful. I can totally feel it. Wow. Yeah, it's all good though. Everything's fine, right? Don't worry, like everything's fine. It feels wonderful, wonderful. I know that this is like straining on the body, or can be, but just rest. Again, this is a rest, and I'm now getting like grandmother vibes coming through, being like, rest. Allow your body and your nervous system to rest. Wow, that feels amazing. Aw, so happy for you. That's amazing. And rest, please. Yes. And for the others, and of course, no wonder with the stomach, because when you're so pregnant, like the stomach is kind of squished in as well. So just rest. It'll take away a lot of that. Yeah. Absolutely. And for others, as physical symptoms occur, we often don't realize until they amp up a bit, because we're not in touch with our bodies as we just rush along like crazy people. And, yeah. So once you start to rest and start to realize what you really need here, physical symptoms may come up, but only because you haven't previously felt them. So don't be discouraged by that in any way. It's rather a notion to what you haven't felt before that is coming up now. So continue to do that. Push through that phase. It'll go away. Okay? It'll go away. I can still feel like it's the right side of my back, of my lower back. Okay, pregnant lady. Energy's gone, please. All right. Now the Wildwood Tarot. Oh yeah. Oh wow, there's 2 cards there. Whoa, exactly. Wow, this is big, big, big Pisces. Really big. Yeah, really big. Wow, yeah. I like this. Thank you so much. Yeah. You're growing up, Pisces. You're growing up. Really growing up. Really growing up. You're freeing yourself too here. Wow. So, your next card out with the Wildwood Tarot is the number 16 with the blasted oak. And that is exactly that. Remember when we were talking about rigidity, like from your father's side? or from male authority figures in your life, that is breaking away because you no longer need those. It's really coming into love and light, basically coming into more of yourself and your true and honest self-expressions, because we have three different what are they called, expressions here. We have the pentacles, the suits. We have three different suits here. So we have the pentacles, the swords, and we have the cups. So we have three entirely different people here that express themselves in entirely different ways. And that's cool. That's fine, right? That's totally fine. It's just different. It'll definitely impact the way each of these, and you too, sees the world and perceives the world. And this tower or blasted oak is coming in to let you know, this is a realization of some sorts, that first of all, that it's okay that the others have their viewpoints too, and they can totally live that out because they're on a mission too, knowingly or unknowingly. That's the great thing about it. And so are you. And so are you. And that acceptance and that knowledge changes the perception hugely, hugely. So this is incredibly positive, okay? If you have seen my Halloween gag reel, it's not like that. It's not like that. Helga's not right here, okay? If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's the Halloween gag reel. Okay, so yeah, it's the number 16, like I said. So 7, breaking down to a 7, you're exactly where you need to be. And this is your exact next card. So it goes from Tower, realizing something, old thinking patterns, old habits are breaking away. For some of you, that could mean that you have to leave that relationship for temporarily, right? Or maybe for good, depending on what we're talking about. But I'm not getting so much toxicity. It's rather in the realm of growing up and realizing that you have your opinions too, that you have your values too, and that's just it. You're equals. You're no longer a child. And we can be as old as 70, right? And then realize, wow, I need to grow up in this area, and this is what's happening right now to you. And again, it's not to say that you're not an adult at all. It's just like that you're finding out that there was an area in your life where you needed to assume full responsibility for your life. And this is exactly that moment where it hits you and it comes in. And as you can see, what has bound this one is just burning away and free. And see this right after, it's just with the 5 of vessels and ecstasy. It's just so joyful. And that's true self-expression, like dancing around, fully being free and being so happy at it because it's your expression. You're no longer held back by what others may believe about something, because you are truly owning yourself and all your beliefs and everything that you stand for. And that is fantastic. And congratulations. That's amazing, right? And also very, very helpful when you're having a child or when you're about to have a child, because you'll pass on those values, and you'll also pass on that ecstasy and that, that joy, that pure joy, and that wow, self-expression is amazing, right? So amazing that you're able to pass that on. That is amazing, really cool. And it also means that you're letting go your past completely, and surrendering. There's something about surrendering and huge forgiveness because of understanding that is coming in for you. Huge compassion on your side here. And watch what's going to change within your family system when you reach that point. It's incredible how things all of a sudden are starting to move. And especially when you do have children, how they will all of a sudden miraculously, although you haven't talked with them about anything possibly, right? All of a sudden start to pick up on it and will tell you stuff that you were just thinking about or that you just went through, and they just express it to you and you're just like, wow, how did that happen, right? So that's really cool. And what is coming here for you is really amazing, and we'll take it over to Vimeo and or Patreon, my sweet friends. I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you, and we'll find out more again in your extended on what's happening here, but it looks amazing, like I said. And links down to Vimeo and or Patreon down below. Also, I'm available for private readings, so if you feel like you're a bit stuck or you would like to know more about your current situation that is really personalized to you and get direct advice from Spirit on what your next step is on this journey to help you move forward, please reach out to me for your private reading. All the info you need is down below in the caption box. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, and your beautiful comments. And I'll either see you over there or next time. Bye, guys.